Okay, let's see question 9. So a couple deposits 25,000 into account, earn 4% annual interest for 15 years. Calculate the future value for the investment if the interest is compounded monthly. Okay, we want to round our answer to the nearest cents. So remember the formula. Amount of money after n years, right, equals to the principal multiplied by 1 plus the annual interest rate divided by how many times compounded in a year, then raised by n times k. Okay, so we're going to use this formula. Well, we just plug in. So n equals 15 years. So we want to find the amount of money after 15 years. The principal is $25,000 being invested. Then 1 plus R interest rate is 4%. 4% is 0.04 divided by compounded monthly. Monthly means how many months in a year? 12. So divided by 12. Then raised by n, which is 15. Then multiply by k, which is 12. Right. So we simplify a little bit. So we get a 25,000 times or 0.04 divided by 12. We can simplify, right? Simplify this one to be 3, this one to be 1. So that becomes 0.01 divided by 3. Or how do we, well, of course you can use calculator, but I'm not able to use calculator because my computer is doing this. And my cell phone doesn't have a scientific calculator. But I can simplify a little bit. So basically, so 0.01 divided by 3, we can think that's 1/3 multiplied by 0.01. Well, 1/3 is 0.333 goes on forever, put a bar on top. Right, multiply by that. So we know this inside the parentheses can be written as 1.0. I have 2 decimal places here. If I want to keep 2 decimal places here, so I got a 1.003 keeps going on. Right, this keeps going on. You can keep as many digits as possible in the middle of the calculation. Then 15 times 12, that's 180. Right? Because of 15 is 10 plus 5, 10 times 12, that's 120. 5 times 12, that's a 60. So 120 plus 60, that's 180. So then just plug into calculator. So when we plug into calculator, we plug in 1.00333 raised by 180 first. Then we multiply by 25,000. Otherwise, if you want to put it in the calculator in order, you need to put the parentheses around, all right? To tell the calculator, calculate this exponent part first. So then we should get this number. Okay, $45,507.54. Okay, that's question 9. So let's do question 10 also in this video. So question 10 is saying a cost of project cost $24 million. So the city has put the project on a 20-year loan with annual interest rate, APR means the annual percent interest rate, 2.6%. There are 2,100 families responsible for this monthly payments. So those are important. So let's underline. So determine the total amount each family should be required to pay each year to cover the cost of the new school building. So this seems like a little bit complicated, right? But let's just break into parts. So first we think, okay, we need to save this much money. So this is savings plan. We need to save $24 million. By doing what? By putting deposit, by putting some deposit, some deposit. Then remember the formula. Remember, if we deposit into account monthly, right? In order to get a lump sum money, we have the formula goes this way. 1 plus the interest rate R divided by K, which is 0.026, right? That's from here. 2.6%, that's 0.026. Then divided by monthly payments, divided by 12. Then again, raised by 20 years, N times K, 20 times 12. Then minus 1. So that's in the numerator. Divided by R divided by K in the numerator, in the denominator. So 0.026 divided by 12, right? So that's the formula. The formula is P, right? Let's write here. P equals to, the formulas will be given. So, but we need to know which one to use because this is a savings, right? So amount of money after N years, in this case, after 20 years, equals to monthly deposit multiplied by a big fraction. The big fraction has the numerator and the denominator. The denominator is just the interest rate divided by K. The numerator is 1 plus interest rate divided by K, then raised by N times K minus 1, right? So we use this formula. So when we do the calculation, we better do step by step, right? So once we set up, we should be able to solve a D. We should be able to solve a D. Too bad I don't have another computer to do this. So in the end, we should, so let me do a little bit of calculation. So I'll do the calculation, what my calculator can do. So I'm gonna do backwards. So 73.32 W21 3.32 divided by 21, because we have 21,000 families to do this. So that's about this, then multiply by 12. 0.041. So basically, we're going to get a number here from D, right? So we calculate this part. We calculate this part. Right? Once we have this part calculated, so we have D equals to 24, meaning 24 followed by 6 zeros divided by this number, divided by this number, divided by this number. Then we should get a monthly deposit. But remember, this monthly deposit, we want to share with 21,000 families. So what do? We do the deposit first, multiply by 12. Why? Because the question is asking for yearly, for each year. So each family has to pay how much in each year. So we multiply the deposit with 12, then we divide by 21,000 families. Okay. Then the answer should be $73.32 if it's right. But we're going to do this in the classroom also. So in classroom, I should be able to show you how to use the scientific calculator online.